Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys doing today? I'm going to put you guys in the center so that it doesn't look like I'm looking anywhere but at you. I'm Patty and welcome if it's your first time. I appreciate you coming and trying and seeing what it's all about. I hope you brought your curiosity though, because it does get a little bit different, a little bit weird, a little bit like, woo, what's going on? I'm an empath, so I do intuitive readings, and I could be doing an intuitive reading without tarot, depending if I'm doing a coaching session or not. But I enjoy doing tarot because it gives me also another avenue for spirit to come through if they actually need to use that source. So I get a lot of downloads and messages in my readings and energies, vibrations. And if you're brand new, go to the About page and you can learn how I do my readings. Actually there, it will give you a little 4-minute video on how I do that. Otherwise, we're going to get started. One little cleaning note is if you look down below and you see where it says notice, I screwed up. I'm a boomer, so I did my web, or I will say website. I have a website very at the bottom. I can't even talk anymore. I've been doing this too long today. Get Balance 2020. That's a coaching website for mind, spirit, and body. But here on the YouTube channel, what I did was I started a channel and my daughter says, Mom, you set that up completely wrong. So we actually had to sort of transfer everything over to this channel. So please subscribe here. Bring your friends, subscribe here, because this is the right place to be. So let's get started, Sagittarius. This is for July 27th through August 4th. Now, I am going to keep doing my readings weekly. They're going to be live. So if you have any questions and if you get the opportunity to catch me while I'm doing them live, you can ask a question and I will respond towards the end. Actually, probably at the end. So I'll take 1 or 2 at that time. As I grow, of course, there's nothing here today because nobody really knows where I am yet. But the thing is that if I don't get to your question, then if there is a comment, if you've left that, then I will actually go back at night and answer them. So, but I need to be in the right space because the divine needs to answer that. Not me. I'm the conduit. I'm the messenger. So this isn't about me. This is about you. So I'm going to be doing that every sign. So if you know somebody in a different sign, please let them know to subscribe and hit that bell button so that they can actually get the alerts when I'm actually doing a live event, or I'm actually posting something about spiritual growth. Because all my videos are about spiritual growth, mindset and nutrition and fitness is on my Get Balanced 2020 if you're interested in those. All free videos. I got all kinds of educational tools and tips and all that kind of, all free to you guys. This is me giving back. This is the divine saying it's time to go teach. I listen, so I go teach because I want my rewards. Just like a little kid, I want my rewards. So, Sagittarius, what are we doing next week? What's the focus? Now, the Oracle cards are going to give us the energies and the vibrations. And if you've been watching me for a while, you're like, are you ever going to change cards? I love these cards. Leave me alone. But I do have some more cards coming on order, but I'll see. It's all about the energies of the cards, actually. What resonates with me, what I feel good about, what keeps my vibrations up high. I've gotten some decks, and I'm like, I thought I would like them. It's just the energy doesn't feel right with them. I still have them. Maybe that will change. Maybe Divine will change that. I love them, though. It's just all of a sudden they don't resonate. So let's see where we're going this week. That's enough babbling. Wide open. What is up with these? You know what? I am really just perplexed. It's like, are these cards sticking together to come out this way or what? So, wide open. Wide open spaces. No, keep my day job, I know. So, wide open is lots of opportunities, lot of opportunity. And why I said that is I keep getting the talisman in this last 2 weeks. I keep getting wide open. I keep getting dreams, and I keep getting one other one. I can't remember, but it's like I got a deck 58. Can you please give me some more? Nope, that's what they want to do. So anyway, wide open is lots of choices, lots of opportunities, lots of things possibly coming. Thank you. So when I look at these cards, the divine asks me to look at certain areas of the card, maybe sort of look. He asks me to look at the mist. Now, for those of you like, is she really talking to the divine? Is she really going there? No, well, actually, I don't know who the divine sends through. The messages come through. I don't know who they are. They could be your ancestors. They could be my ancestors. I have no clue who they are, unless it's my mother, because I know her voice and I have heard her as she's passed on. Trust me. And my brother who was murdered, I hear him and I feel him as well. So don't say, well, she talks to the divine directly. I do. I do talk to the divine directly, but I'm not going to share all that with you right at this moment. Anyway, see the mist. That's what I'm supposed to be guiding on for whatever that is. I don't understand what they mean by that. Just look at the mist. Something to do with the mist. Oh, okay. So the mist, we've got a lot of opportunities possibly maybe coming up. Here is the problem. You've got a Y on the road, or you're not quite sure something's coming up. You're sitting there for a second. That bench is pretty hard, so you don't want to stay there too long, so you want to make a quick decision. But you also can't see forward. So that's where that mist, I don't make this stuff up. That's where that mist is coming from. Why would you say that? I don't understand. So they said, don't fall off the rock. Maybe that's coming up too. Don't fall off the rock. So apparently there's something maybe unseen that you just haven't gotten the information about. Maybe an opportunity. Maybe it could be a new job. Are you planning to travel? Be careful about traveling right now, of course. But there is something. Also, too, swords are double-edged, so let's see what that's about. Because usually when I see the sword, and the divine shows me the sword, it's something about truth versus not being truthful, truth versus lying and manipulation. So usually that's some of that, too. The waters are calm, though, so this is a good time. This is a good time. A little scary time, it feels like. So Sagittarians have a little bit of a fear because they can't see what's into the future. But don't be. Knight of Cups. Whatever it is that you're seeking. I have to do that for the camera every now and then because they do these thumbnails and I've been looking really like mean and grouchy lately. Anyway, Knight of Cups. So moving forward, also bringing a message. The cups are always of the heart, matter of the heart. So is there an opportunity of the heart? Oh, maybe somebody's asking to move. Not quite sure if they want to move. They don't have all the information. Also, matters of the heart, new relationship, of course, or a relationship, maybe asked of a proposal, not quite sure. Okay. So divine saying go with your intuition. Divine is saying, so Queen of Cups is all about intuition. She's extremely smart, very intuitive, really like an empath, right on it. And she doesn't waver from it. So, this horse is facing, the horse came out second, and it's facing the Queen of Cups. So when it's going towards something, so be mindful of that. Really listen to your intuition this week. I'm not sure what this wide open is. I don't know what the project is. I don't know what the dream, a desire, what it is that that you're either going through or coming into or going out of, or it could be that you're trying to help somebody. Somebody's coming to you and saying, hey, I don't know what to do. I've got this dilemma and I'm right here and I don't know if I should go here or here. And, you know, they might be doing that. Ooh. Oh, wow. Flip two at once. Okay. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles. Contemplating. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles, so I look at the cards and all I hear is contemplating. So somebody's contemplating something. They just, again, I keep hearing this, don't know which way to go. And there is, you're at a point right now, though, that you are actually overseeing and overlooking and gathering the information. This could have something to do with being sort of in the distance. Maybe it's not right at this moment, but you're like, I'd really like to do that. I'm not quite sure if I should do that. Or, you know, because that might, and it might entail travel. So it might, and that means further travel, like further than you want to go kind of travel. It's sort of like when people go on missions, you know, this is something that they've trained to do, but sometimes they have to go to areas, you know, like, for example, I know some nurses that go to Guatemala, go to areas that are impoverished, and sometimes they worry about their health and their families, but they do it as a service and to help others. So I don't know why that came out. So maybe there's somebody thinking about a mission. It would be sort of interesting to know that. Medical mission, or it could be a medical mission. It could be a spiritual mission. But they're overseeing something that's coming out sort of in the distance. I don't know what that, if that's, you know, a month. I don't know if that's 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years out. It's not that far out. It's just preparation time kind of thing. But definitely. So whatever the thing is that you're deciding and trying to figure on, again, it's all wide open. It's all freedom of choice. But that little mist down on the bottom, of course, is what they're talking about. How are you going to choose? Okay. That's what they want. How are you going to choose? How are you going to choose this? And how is it you're going to make the determined to choose this? Because it's freedom of choice. And if you're a little confused about it, how are you going to determine how you're going to do it? I'd like to know. But here it is. It's all spirit. You really should be listening to your heart, your intuition. Take your head off, put it off a shelf, because that's logic. That's earth. And logic is good because it keeps us safe to a point. But you got to remember, things of the earth have a different way of doing things than the way that spirit is. My ways are not your ways. If you know the Bible at all, is my ways are not your ways. So, who is that for? Somebody's got some heart-wrenching in there. This could be, oh, okay. Is the decision, whoever this is for, is this the decision that you're trying to figure out is because you're afraid to leave somebody behind? Is it somebody that you're afraid to leave behind, or is it they're afraid to leave you behind? I'm not quite sure. But the divine is trying to save you from a broken heart. And that's why it's really, really important to listen to your intuition. Now, if you've told the person, or if they've told you, hey, I'm going, I'm really sorry, you know, you're not coming, whatever it is, that's why maybe there's some of this going on. Uncertainty, unsure. Or maybe they offered, will you marry me now? You got to come. It's like, oh, man, I want to marry you, but I don't want to go there. Well, once you become married, you are one. Better make those decisions before you get married. A lot of those kind of decisions. Want kids, want to move, where you want to live, you know, parents, who's going to take care of the parents, who's going to take care of you. You know, because sometimes, unfortunately, things happen and maybe we become disabled and we can't take care of ourselves. So, I mean, those kind of things. That's where a lot of this comes in, because there's not enough communication. That is one thing that I do teach in my Get Balanced 2020 communication. It's really important. Alrighty. So let's see where else we are going with this divine. Please share with me anything else that you want to share with this. It's sort of vague. Really vague to me. Maybe it isn't to you. Somebody's coming with a message. Follow your intuition. Something's not clear. It's very uncomfortable feeling. I get a very uncomfortable feeling. It's like, I got to do more research is what I heard. I got to do more research. So whatever this is, yeah, you have to do more research. Or maybe more investigating, or maybe getting more resources. So, you know, sometimes if we travel, I lived in another country for several years, but the first time I went, I was so naive, you know. You go with a couple suitcases and that's it. But what you don't realize, like, an American living in an Asian country, and I have size 9 feet, I'm not going to find shoes. I had a larger size, and I couldn't find a bra. You know, those kind of things. You just sort of have to be prepared. Be prepared. Right? But this heart thing in here that popped up out of the blue, that's only shown up one other time in this last, actually 1 or 2 times. Okay, so it looks like maybe there is somebody maybe with an offering of unity of some type, and it is, you're scared. That's all it is you're scared. Take one day at a time. Life is good. Life is one day at a time. See what happens. You know, it's like talking to a friend of mine and her daughter. She didn't know should take a job or not. You know, one job ended, and then that boss called and said, "Hey, there's another job for you. Would you like that one, man? This would fit you much, much better." And I'm like, what kind of boss does that after you leave a company? And anyway, you know, they're just scared because they don't know. They don't know what the future holds for them. I'm like, you know what? You got to grab it. Well, should I apply for it? You can apply for it. And then what happens is if you get it, you decide if you're going to take it. And if you don't, then, you know, then the divine or the spirit wants you to go somewhere else. But as you all know, this is a hard time, very, very competitive time. So this boss must really, really like this person. So that is not common. So just don't be afraid. I'm getting fear. I feel like I'm so afraid. Whatever this is, doesn't have to be love, doesn't have to be whatever this is that you're doing and that is offering to you, or you're working on, or getting started. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Take a risk as long as it's a good one, healthy one, positive one, not going to hurt anybody, not going to hurt yourself, that is working towards something positive, enlightening, bringing people together rather than separating them apart, that kind of thing. Oh. Oh. So, what I hear, and I don't know if this resonates with the same person, but somebody actually is confused because there is a 3-way love affair. So whether somebody's married to somebody and they're the extra, or maybe you're married to somebody and somebody else is the extra, not good. That never ends up happy. You know, never ends up happy. Never, never, never. Once you get married, you made a commitment, you made a covenant, unless there's abuse in there, too much cheating, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go into that. Yeah. So I'm talking about this, whatever it is, 3-way. I don't know who that's for. But that is very low vibrations. That's going to keep you low vibrations. It's going to keep you in a not a good place. And if you don't know this card here, this is the devil. I mean, it's, excuse me, death. And that will end the death of the relationship, not the person, because new things come. But all this here, if you don't bring it to a positive note, then these can't happen. The blessings or the rewards or whatever you want to call them can't happen. But this is for somebody else maybe. And if you're trying to decide, or, you know, you can't see, or somebody, or maybe, thank you, they said maybe you aren't sure if that person's cheating. So if you're married to somebody and you aren't sure, well, if you don't know, why would you leave, for one? But the other thing too is if there's little tidbits of red flag here, red flag there, you know, he's coming home late, she's coming home late, or maybe there's, you know, there's all kinds of things that you would know as an adult. Thing is, if you're even thinking that he might be cheating, then, or she's cheating, then most likely they are. So people would ask me with my criminal justice, could you do surveillance? Could you go take pictures? Could you, you know, I'm like, if you want to pay me to go take pictures, sit there for hours on end, come out, take pictures, yeah, they're together, just to satisfy your comfort, I'll go do that. But you're wasting your money. You already know in your heart, your spirit is telling you, your intuition is telling you, create your own evidence. You know what? They're going to lie no matter what anyway. They're going to lie because why do they want to get caught? That's fear. There's only two ways that we live our life, is love and fear. People live more of their lives in fear than they do in love. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. I used to do that, and I did that out of abuse because I was abused as a child, and that's what I knew. Yeah, so we're talking about, so yeah, go, you know, if you're really thinking about somebody is actually cheating on you, or you're cheating on somebody, somebody's watching, the hermit is actually overseeing, and this it might be even the divine. You think you're hiding and stuff, you're not. You think that the dark doesn't come to light, it will, and you will be found out. That's all. And then you go teach somebody else not to do it. Or, you know, maybe they'll go teach. But once they start that, so that's for somebody else. I don't think this is, I think I've got a couple scenarios going here because I keep hearing a couple of other things in my head, and I'm like, okay, this, I'm trying to make sense of what you're telling me, kind of thing. So that's, so I think that this is actually for one person that actually, if you keep your intuition, somebody's going to give a message of something. So, oops. So there is a message, and you've got to follow your intuition for it. And then the good is coming from that. You know, you're just not quite sure. Once this offer comes, that's what you're not quite sure of, I think. The other one, yeah, well, you're not sure because... and this might entail travel too. This might entail, either one might entail travel. But if you're traveling back and forth to hook up with somebody and get some booty call, that kind of thing, then you're wasting your time. But the thing is that it is going to come to an end. It will come to an end. And somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody is going to get hurt. I don't like talking about these kind of things, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And if the divine wants me to share it, I share it. I've learned not to go against to the divine. I've gotten enough spankings from the divine. Thank you very much. And you know what? I speak of truth. I always talk about that. Get Balanced 2020. That's where everything starts, in spirit, in truth and light. Walk in the truth. Speak the truth. Ask of the truth, and go from there. Woo! Sagittarius. Sorry about that for whoever that one's from. Happy for the other person, though, that is actually got an offering, that whatever their wide open opportunities are, don't be afraid. Whoever's bringing that message, just follow your intuition, and it is going to turn out really, really good. So you got two scenarios here. So okay, thank you. So for this person that might be in a threesome of some type, there is hope to turn that around to positive, just not with these three. And it's going to take your intuition to know to leave, when to leave and how to leave and when. Okay? But it's done. it's done. Time to move on to something positive, more higher energy, higher. Somebody's values are being squished, somebody's morals and integrity and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's keep it ending in light. I like that. I like that. So Sagittarius, remember, please subscribe. Bring your friends. Please share. Please let people know I'm going to be live. They can come on and ask questions. And this would be the time that I would do that. But because I'm new, and of course there's no probably anybody on there right now, that is fine, because I do this because I enjoy it. But I am changing to this channel, so make sure that you subscribe on this channel here. I would appreciate it, and I will see you next week because we are doing these weekly. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much, and be mindful and listen to your intuition this week, and I hope to see you again. All right, take care. That's it.